Hey friends, this is Silver Bells in the key of G. This is the extended version where I'm going to be layering back in chords like 7 chords, 2 chords, sus chords. This is where we have once sort of stripped these chords away and now we're layering them back in. They're really beautiful. They add a lot of color and richness to your songs. And so I'm going to show you how to add in several of them today. And I want to encourage you, if you just want to choose one, that is what I would suggest. And I'm going to show you how to simplify the other ones that you don't choose to play back to the original. Okay, let's dive in. So the chords that I'm going to teach you are G, G7, A minor 7, C chord, a D, and then a D7. All right, let's jump in. So if you look for the group of 3 black notes, you're going to find the G kind of tucked in between there. Line up the 5 fingers, play every other note. And we have our G major chord there, okay? So you could play the G just like that. Okay, another way to fancy up this chord is to add the 7 to it. So I want you to begin to memorize the tool to these chords. Don't just memorize the notes. Memorize what is that 7 chord doing to the chord. Okay, so what we do when we add a 7 is we move the first of the chord down 1 whole step. So from here to here is a half step. Here to here is a half step. So 2 halves equal a whole. So there is our G7. We have the notes F, B, D. Okay, so if you're not quite ready to add this G7 into this song, just play the G by itself. Take your pencil to your paper, cross out that 7, just play the G major by itself. Okay, but here is that G7. All right. Let's jump into the A minor 7. So I always want to go back to what is the chord before the change. So let's play the A minor before that 7 is added to it. We have A, C, E. Okay. And again, this is a 7 chord. So what is the tool that I just taught you? The 7 moves the first of the chord down 1 whole step. Here is our A minor 7. So we have G, C, E. Again, we were here with the A, now we move down a half, 2 halves equal a whole. So we're back in our G, C, E position for that A minor 7, okay? If you're not ready to play this, what do? Take your pencil, cross out the 7, just play the A minor by itself with the notes A, C, E, okay? All right, let's play the C chord. This is just a regular root position C. You find the C by the group of 2 black notes to the left of them. Play C, E, G, there's your C major chord. That's it for that chord. Pretty easy. And then our last and final chord is our D chord. So move up 1 set of notes, pick up that F sharp in the middle, and we have D, F sharp, A. And in this song, this is our only triangle chord. So think of it like you have a black note in the middle, 2 white notes on the bottom of our triangle shape. Okay? You could play it D regular, and then we're going to play a D7. So again, what is the 7 doing to the chord? It moves the first of that chord down 1 whole step. So here is our D7. Do you hear that change? Okay, we just moved the thumb down 1 whole step. 7 chord, that's all it does. Okay, so this is sort of a triangle shape too. It's kind of a little bit of an oblong triangle there. If you're not ready to play this D7, what can you do? Right? Go back to your D, take out your 7, just play the D, F sharp, A, and you're set to go. All right, so that's it. So really for this song, we're just adding in a bunch of 7 chords. So it's the same tool, just applied to all these different chords. But I would encourage you, if you're just beginning this journey of adding these chords into your song, I would just choose one of them to add in and simplify the other ones like I recommended and incrementally add them in one at a time. All right, I'm going to go through and play it 2 hands together, adding in the rhythm, and then we'll break down the rhythm for you and jump into the tutorial portion. Here you go. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you hear. Okay, So this song is written in 3/4 time signature. So we have the rhythm of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so together, right, right, together, right, right, together, right, right, together, right, right. That gives you just a good, solid foundation to play the song, and you can build from there and add in new rhythms as you learn them. Okay, so single notes over here and chords over here, right? So I would suggest you keep your pinky on C, thumb on G, line up these 5 fingers and keep this hand here the whole song and really not move it. That way you can focus more on the moving of the right hand, okay? So G to G chord, C to C chords, D, and then when we open up for that A minor, I just want you to open that thumb up 1 note to play that A. Okay, so I want to mention the tricky thing that begins to happen with your ears, your eyes, your hands really is when you're adding in these 7 chords, you're used to playing, for example, G to G, where the thumb on the left hand, or the single note on the left hand, I should say, lined up with the G over here, right? They sync up, G to G, or A to A, or C to C. When you're adding in these new tools, no longer they're really not going to sync up anymore. And so your ears kind of perk up and they're like, whoa, that sounds different, right? Here's this G7 and it's playing a different sort of bass note to that chord. And it's no longer syncing up with the G that sounds pretty over here. We used to play G to G. Now it's G7, still kind of a G chord over here, right? But the root note of that chord is now a new note. And so you're going to have to take time to process through that, allowing your ears to hear that difference and be okay with that difference. When it's all added in, it really sounds beautiful, but right away you're kind of like, that sounds weird. My fingers are, being tricky, they're trying to sync up, and they're going to have to just kind of learn a new pathway of learning. So that's just something I wanted to warn you about in particular with these 7 chords. All right. Okay. So I also want to encourage you to do right hand only, and then left hand only, and then you can bring the 2 hands together. That's some other baby steps to work towards the final playthrough. All right, so let's go through it. We start with this G chord. City sidewalks, busy. Here's the G7, and all we're doing is moving this thumb down 1 note. Sidewalks, dressed in, see? Holiday. Okay, that G or A minor 7 looks like this. Style in the, and notice how I just opened that thumb up 1 note here to play that A. In the D triangle, there's a D7 opens up the thumb only, same note down here. Feeling of G, Christmas, back to the D7, boom, kind of fun. Okay, G, children laughing, people, G7 just moves that thumb down, same bass note, passing, meeting, see, smile after, A minor 7 opens the thumb up here, smile, and on D, every street, D7, corner, you, G here. Okay, I wanted to talk about patterns. If you notice the first 3 lines of this section, it just repeats the next 3 lines. So there's repetition there, right? First 3 lines, it just repeats again. Okay, let's take a look at Silver Bells. Silver Bells, looks like every other line is repeating. And then last and final, it looks like that, again, that first 3 lines and then the next 3 lines repeat. Okay, so let's take a look at Silver Bells. Silver Bells. Okay, G here. Silver bells. Silver, C, bells. D, triangle. It's Christmas. D7 just moves that thumb open here. Time in the G, city, D7. Okay, here's the G again. Ring-a-ling, C. Hear them ring. D, triangle. Soon it will, D7, be Christmas, and G, day. Okay, so that string of strings of street lights, even stoplights, blink bright red and green. Hoofty, who wrote these, huh? They get a little tricky with the words. That whole next stanza is the exact same as the very first stanza. So there's a lot of repetition in this song. Take it one step at a time, working through one chord, added in at a time, right hand, then left hand, and bring those two hands together. All right, here's the final playthrough. You could slow down the playback speed because you're going to make mistakes, because I will as well. It's just part of the journey, right? We just make mistakes and we keep going, find the next chord, and keep going. Here we go. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner, you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of streetlights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers run home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all the bustle, you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon